Hey my friends, it's Josie. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, have you ever had a feeling when you are meeting someone for the first time, it's like you've known them before, you've lived in a past life or something. There's this strange feeling of connection. So in this video, I actually have 4 signs for you as a proof that there is some sort of connection that's happening between you and this person that's related to your past lives. So hope it helps you. Let's get right into it. The first sign of the past life relationship is the inner knowing. Your inner knowing, it's like the brain of your soul. That tells you that some experiences cannot be explained with your logic, but they're still true. When we look at past lives, right, you never really die. You are eternal soul. You're a spirit having a physical experience. So you go in and out of bodies all the time. Now in this life, I am Josie, my soul having a Josie experience. Your soul have an experience of you. But I don't remember anything from my past life, and for a good reason. I don't want to bring all of the pain from the past into my present. I want to start over. I want to start from zero. I want to grow from zero, right? And experience something wonderful, to create something new. That's the whole purpose of your life and mine. So when you meet someone, you don't really recognize the body, right? The new identity, the new character. You recognizing the soul. The divine soul in me recognizes the divine soul in you. So that bond, that soul connection, that's what you are experiencing through your inner knowing. You just know something to be true. So when you have this internal feeling of connection, that connection is real. You may have no proof of your past life, but you will feel. That's the number 1 sign that the person you're with has lived with you before. Now, this is not a new experience. There are new bodies, but they're definitely not new experiences. So the second way to recognize the past life connection is to watch your emotions. How are you feeling around that person? We human beings, if we cannot express something with the words, we always express ourselves with our emotions. So when you feel emotional, that's your nonverbal soul language that is telling you something. Are you feeling happy? Right? You may be overwhelmed with great joy when you see them, or it could be the opposite. You may feel very sad. You may even start crying. It's like, why am I crying? What's going on? And that's because both of you have created some emotional experience in the past. Imagine if you were a parent and a child and you were separated, right? That emotional pain of separation was so deep and so profound. So when you're meeting someone and that feeling comes back, it always reminds you that's something that has happened to you and that person. That's the unique energy that you guys sharing together. So watch what you're going through. How are you feeling? What emotions come out? Let them come. Express them as much as possible. The third way for you to recognize that past life connection is to see the person is teaching you any lessons. Now, let me give you an example. When I was 16, I worked at a small toy store, and the guy who owned that store was not a very pleasant person. He was always rude, yelling at us teenagers, go clean out the shelves or talk to customers. So one day something happened. I am not going to share the details of that particular sad story. I'll tell you this, I was fired in the middle of the store, in front of my friends and customers, and he also gave me this responsibility lecture. It's like, if you don't take your life too seriously, if you don't take your job too seriously, you will always be working these low-paying jobs. So I ran into him recently. He didn't recognize me, of course, but I remember this whole thing. These emotions came back, and I was so grateful for everything, because that experience has taught me responsibility, right? From that point on, I always committed to my job. I always showed up. I took things seriously, maybe because out of fear. But somehow that experience changed my life. It just pushed me off the edge and I learned how to fly. So when I saw him, I was so grateful to him. And also I saw him as my soulmate from some past life, someone who I lived before. And now he's here, I'm here. He is teaching me these important lessons, and I was so grateful. So when something like this happens, positive or negative, it is likely to have a connection with your past life. And finally, now this is kind of my favorite one. Well, it's observing the behaviors of other people towards you. Now, do you know that some people just behave very strangely when you're there, or they may hate you for no particular reason, and you'll be wondering, what did I do? What did I say? I barely know this person. Why are they showing me this attitude? Or they could be like super friendly towards you. So in this life, tables turn, and now you are the trigger, right? You are the person who pressing their emotional buttons. So they are the ones who are dealing with their karmic issues, and maybe there are some unresolved issues that you're helping them to heal. Observe the behaviors of other people. See how they acting towards you. It's always kind of a fun experience, but don't take it personally. If you stay detached, if you don't let your own emotions be involved, you will be much more understanding towards these sorts of behaviors. So here you go, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to share your stories, please do so in the comments below. And I'm sending you my love. Be well, be great, be blessed. I'll see you in the next video.